World Cyber Games Grand Finals, the quarter-final then between mYm and hoorai. One map done and dusted on Dust 2, and hoorai have the lead by 1-0 in map score. It's a best of 3, so this one counts double because Norway, mYm have to win this one. They've opened it up with PRB and Zion with 2 kills in the early part of this round here on Inferno. Map 2. And mYm, with all the pressure, they have to win this map if they want to take it to a third and final map to make that semi-final. hoorai needing just this map win, and they start off on CT side. They're already 2 men down, though, so not had a great start to this round. Bomb in the hands of Juvenile as they make their way up the banana walkway. 2 men, 3 men now, making their way forward in towards that bomb site. HE comes out, that'll do a bit of damage. They are going to make that rush, though, with those Glocks in hand. 4 men pushing in towards the bomb site. Zion will come in with another frag. That's a big frag from him. He's got a headshot in on one. He's got another one as well. Nasu goes down. They've got one more man to find, and he'll find him as well. Oh, Zion drops a silly mistake down there, but Juvenile will pick up the frag. And he went back to exchange a weapon and actually didn't spy the final CT man down towards that long corridor leading back to the uncovered bomb site. And small mistake from him, but it's not going to cost him too much. His team do claim the first round. It's mYm that opened up their account here on Inferno with a wonderful first round. mYm then up by 1-0 in map 2, having lost the first map 16-10 after being 9-1 down at one point and making a terrific comeback. They just couldn't finish it off. And here we are in map 2 Inferno. mYm with the opening gun round, opening pistol round won by them, so they'll have a gun round now. And CT side will hide themselves away in the B bomb site, in that covered bomb site, with Conti on one side, another man on the far side. I think it's Nasu. Yeah, Nasu on the other side. PRB, meanwhile, checking out the house now. Through the door he'll go. And Oops is also on the mYm side, has a pistol prime right now, so I don't think he picked up an awful lot of weapons. And they weren't able to share anything either, so difficult round for him this time round, but he'll wait back, I guess, and not push too far forward. Real with a smoke over the top, and that'll HE over the top, and he'll have a grenade over the top, and then a smoke in hand. He hasn't dispensed with that one just yet, and they've made a push here up the middle walkway. 1, 2, 3, 4, joined by the 5th man, Zion, as well, through that middle walkway. So they're all pushing in towards the covered site. Real on the left-hand side. They're also making a push around the right-hand side in the hands of PRB, just checking from left to right. Real now making his way. They're going to make a rotation, are they, maybe? I don't know. This is a tricky little move here by the mYm side. 34 seconds remaining, and there's a lot to do in this round if they want to get this bomb planted. Here goes Real, checking out down towards the uncovered site. He'll know there's a couple of men in there hiding away somewhere, but they haven't shown themselves just yet. Real still waiting, has that MP5 primed. Still looking, checking. Bomb finally goes down, and then Real brings out the MP5 power and downs Nasu with the shot inside the bomb site. He'll get a second one here, will he? No. Doesn't manage to connect with enough bullets to take down the second man inside that B bomb site. And now he waits for the exit and then fires off again behind the box, and will grab himself a second frag on Tompa as they try and make a move out of that bomb site and get back towards the other side. They're not going to make any move at all because they Deagle bought that round, and that could be a very big mistake for them. Ruick with a final with a kill in this round on Real as he tries to sweep up the mess inside that uncovered site. But they will win this round, mYm, and it does look as if hoorai will get themselves out of here with 3 men alive, having bought the Deagles and weren't able to survive long enough in that round to actually make any push out of the bomb site. And you have to say, well played, mYm. Round 2 goes to them. And they've started this one off just as they mean to go on. 2-0. Third round could be on the way to them as well. The T-sided mYm with plenty of cash in the bag. Just checking through the hoorai side right now. Does seem to be a couple of Deagles from that previous round. Tompa with a pistol in hand, USP. So they've not had a buy at all this round, and that's not surprising with the amount of carnage caused by the mYm players in the previous round. Juvenile with the first kill of the round with the AK. Conti is the man that's lost his life, and they're 4v5 right now as they make a push down the banana walkway. They are going to make this push into towards the covered side. They're mixing up the strats well here. Grenades and smoke and flashes going all over the place right now in that B bomb site as they make their way in towards this bomb site now. PRB leading the charge in there. He'll check to the left, check to the right, and now he'll put that bomb down, get it planted, enter that code, and plant at the uncovered site. Pressure all switches back over the hoorai. Let's see what they can do from this very, very poor position that they're in. Having bought Deagles round 2 and lost 2 men as well, they then had to just wait for the exit kills. Didn't get any cash for those. And now Lurpis making his way down that central walkway back towards the banana walkway. He's desperately trying to spy himself something or other down there, but hasn't been able to find himself anyone so far. There's one man that's been rotating all the way through T-spawn. He's also managed to pick himself up an MP5, and Zion will down him thanks to the AK. Lurpis desperately wants to make a move towards that MP5 and get a gun, but Oops will wait up on top of the box and claim the life of Lurpis with a brilliant shot from the AK, and mYm take a third consecutive round here in the map 2. It's all going swimmingly well in the rain at Monza.
Yes, it is, as we make our way forward and to round numero quattro. With mYm in a, well, a little bit of a commanding position, picking up the opening 3 rounds. Hooray going to have to pick things up a bit and make their way slowly but surely back into this one, as they lead by 3 rounds to 0 at this moment in time. They are a map down, as I had to remember. You know, my memory's not so good. I'm quite an old guy.
He's getting old.
Yeah, and you know, at 16 to 10, Meteor Makers went down in that first map. They now need the second map to come back. It's a quarterfinal, and I can tell you what, Red Eye, the score in the other quarterfinal between NIP and Team 3D is 2-2.
2-2. I saw it was 2-0 when we had the break in this particular game, so that's pretty surprising, I have to say. It's going to be a very, very high-class game. You'll catch that one on the VODs at ggl.com as well. Make sure you go and grab all of the Counter-Strike if that's your thing, because we have some cracking matches already up there. I think I heard Smeagol say that some of the best games he's ever seen have occurred at this WCG, and that's coming from someone who's witnessed an awful lot of Counter-Strike over the years. Real, meanwhile, is making his way along the banana walkway, just checking slowly past the drain pipes to see whether he can spy anyone. Hasn't spied anyone whatsoever down there, so he will edge forward. Creeping forward, finds one on the box, and that'll be Tompa. Tompa downs Real. Zion comes back in on him, so that's 1 for 1 down there, and that'll be no cost at all to mYm as they now make their way pushing forward in towards that cover bomb site. PRB with one. Nasu replies yet again. They're back to 3v3, and Juvenile now will get that. Well, actually, his teammate will get the bomb planted while he hops up on top of the boxes and will spy himself anyone coming in through the archway. It's now down to Hoorai to try and get back inside that bomb site, and all 3 of them make a coordinated attack, and Zion has managed to find one on Ruit as Conti comes round the corner, hasn't found anyone, and finds one on the top of the boxes as well. Great shot from him. Oops comes in with a reply, and Nasu and Conti now is the final man standing. He has to try and get into this bomb site and get it defused, otherwise Hoorai are looking at a 4-0 deficit, and they are looking at a 4-0 deficit, and they're looking at another eco round as well. It's 4-0 to mYm, and this is almost a carbon copy of the first map, except that it's mYm this time round and not Hoorai.
Yeah, Hoorai got to pick things up now. They've really got themselves in a little bit of a spot of bother, shall we say, as they sit 4 rounds down. One of them has bought a deagle. Doesn't look like they've all bought deagles. No, they haven't. So right now, maybe direction is lacking, to say the least. But mYm, at the moment, their attack strats, I won't lie, have had me a little bit puzzled at times. The speed of them certainly is slow, but they've felt their opponent out. They've decided whether it's soft or hard, and then they move on in wherever is appropriate. And thus far, you know, I can't criticize them. Being 4-0 up, unorthodox certainly is never a bad thing if it brings you 4 straight rounds. They've left that bomb down in the far right-hand walkway. Oops left that one down there, as I think it's going to be Oops that goes back and picks that one up, as Real, Juvenile, and PRB have made them some advanced positions in the attacking beltway on the covered bomb site, and it's going to be Real to edge his way forward and make his way through. We look around for some... Oh, Real's just got 4 points of health right there. He's going to be the man that gets to watch their 6, to say the least. As here they go. mYm will make their entry towards that bomb site. Zion on top will exchange frags. Juvenile connects with 1, and now it's going to be Zion with a 2nd, and they'll make their way forward now towards that bomb site. Here they go. Underneath the netting they go. PRB comes up with a frag onto Lopez, and Zion will put that bomb down. Last man standing is Conte, and he is about to go in to the right-hand walkway and make an entrance. In fact, no, he's coming up behind the office entry, and he's just going to go for any form of exit frag he can get. Zion is possibly going to be the man that comes nearest to him. However, it's another round down for Hooray, and they trail by 5 rounds to 0.
Yeah, 5 rounds in a row then for the mYm bomb makers, as Zion will finish off the final man inside that Hoorai team. It was Conti. I mean, you know, he might be looking for an exit kill, but he needs to be awake when they pop round the corner. And that wasn't the case then. So 5-0 then. mYm clearing it up with 5 straight rounds in this second map. They're already 1 map down, so this is crucial for them. I mean, you know, there's a slight advantage on Inferno for them, so they're going to make it pay, but they're doing a really good job on this T side on Inferno of putting 5 straight rounds together. Let's just have a quick flick through the hoorai side and see whether they've bought this round. I think they probably will have. They managed to, yeah, they have bought this round. So, you know, just one more round for them. I mean, they lost that 4th round, and I thought, you know, that's gonna cost them because they're going to lose the 5th anyway. And despite that, mYm didn't really push too hard. So, unusual strategy, as you said in the previous round from mYm, but it's working out for them. You can't take anything away from them when they've put 5 straight rounds on the board. It's 5-0 now as we watch through the eyes of Zion, making his way up towards the carpeted walkway. Has a man in front of him as well. They'll possibly just put a diversionary HE through that walkway back towards the bomb site right now as we again walk with Zion back to the back hallway, checking out, edging ever forward, seeing if he can spy anyone by the wall. Hasn't spied anyone to the left. Can he see anyone to the right-hand side? Often there's a man sitting down there in the little sandpit, and that's exactly what happened. Zion with a couple of brilliant shots in through that gap towards the sandpit, and he did manage to claim the life of Lurpis, and they are going to make a push here, I believe, in towards this covered bomb site indeed. Zion goes in, but Nasu surprises him from behind. He's got 2 Nasu now, and ruined him with another one, and suddenly it's switched round, and hoorai have a really big chance of claiming this round, and they really do need to claim this round as PRB now makes his way forward. He will grab one on the balcony as well as Nasu will be downed. PRB now has the bomb picked up, 37 H points. One behind him as well. Oh, just through that lamppost as well. He managed to shoot down Tompa, and it was 3v1 at one point. It's now 1v1. It's Ruit versus PRB, and neither of them are in particularly good shape, you have to say. 21 hit points for Ruit and 15 for PRB, but my money's with the mYm guy because simply he's edging his way to the other side of the map, and planting that bomb will be crucial for him. He's got to get it down though. 5 seconds. He's going to leave this one very late indeed. 3, 2, 1. Bomb is planted on the 0 mark as well. Stunning stuff from PRB. The pressure switches once more. This game is seesaw in this particular round. It's clear cut so far in terms of mYm. Oh, and PRB will find Ruit looking the other way, and just as he spun round, PRB nails him with the AK-47, and round 6 falls the way of mYm, and that could have gone either way, Stu.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, hooray there. I wasn't impressed, to be honest. You're in a 3-on-1 situation. You just got to play it by numbers. Take positions, take control, and take the round. But they didn't. They diddled. They dallied. They did everything. They flip-flopped. And it's just not good enough. And they're losing 6-0 against an mYm side that you just don't want to mess with. mYm picked up a massive victory on, I believe, Monday against someone that I've now forgotten, and they're a team that are really in form at the moment, and they've got to this quarterfinal for a reason. Hooray just can't afford to let such a thing happen. They're going to make their way forward now. The bomb is with, or just behind PRB. He looks like he or Juvenile is going to pick that one up, and they'll make their way forward as Hooray have themselves 1, 2, 3 players inside that cover bomb site area covering it, and that's exactly where the action's about to come. Ruit needs to keep himself right in his current position in the middle, because here they come as they make their way forward. It's going to be Oops that'll push on. He's got Ruit right in that area there. Lupus is going to come in, and here is Ruit with that M4 looking around. He's just counted himself 4 players and will be screaming, they're coming, and now they're going to make their way forward. Real has the bomb. He exchanges it for someone with a little bit more health. Juvenile's going to back away as Ruit's done his job and held him in position. Conte opens up onto Zion. Now we push through. Conte's going to make his way through the library and look around underneath that netting. So far, Hooray have kept them at arm's length, but here comes PRB. He's going to make his way towards that bomb site. Nasu M4, Juvenile goes down, and Hooray have themselves an opening here as PRB tries to close it. Nasu M4 headshot reel down. Oops with the AK-47. Nasu will go down, and there's Oops with another one. Very nicely done. PRB is going to make his way forward. Ruit, not to be forgotten, gets a 5, but PRB, 1 shot, 1 kill as Ruit goes on down, and now Tompa is going to join Conte. I'll tell you what, that's the slowest rotation in the history of mankind for Tompa right there, but he'll get the HE frag in the end, and it won't matter, and the round will go to Hooray, and hooray for that!
Yeah, absolutely, hooray for them, because they really needed that round. It looked for a little while that they weren't even going to pick round 7 up, and if they didn't win this one, you know what, that would have been not only 7-0, it probably would have been 8-0, because they'd have had to have eco the next round. As it is, they're still swapping weapons, even after that round, so, you know, the money situation for them is pretty poor right now, and that round will help them just establish a few more weapons between them and actually pick up some of those M4s. As you can see, mYm pretty fully stacked. They're going to fall by this round. They have plenty of cash in the bank, but they don't want to lose too many because that situation can change very quickly. Here we go then, round 8 of the 15 in this half. 6-1 is the score. mYm leading this time round. And they don't want a repeat of the last map, that's for sure. They went down 16-10 on the opening round, and hoorai lead by 1-0 in this best of 3. This is the quarter-final of the World Cyber Games 2006 Grand Finals in Monza, Italy, as we join this CS 1.6 game. Just 7 rounds in, and mYm having the advantage. They haven't made a push this particular round. 1 minute and 8 seconds remaining. They've dilly-dallied around the T-spawn area, gone underneath the tunnel as well, and haven't really committed themselves either way right now. They've got 1 man remaining on the covered side, which was Juvenile. He's now going to make his way back across towards the banana walkway. They've got a 5-man stack now, all the way down that banana walkway, all going to line up nicely. So if someone breaks out of the M4, you've got 5 in a row, and you could then take down some damage. The HEs fly around the corner along with the smokes as well. Here comes the push. Zion with the first kill around. That'll help them as well. Oh, Conti with 2 big frags as the rotation happens as well. Juvenile firing through the smoke, trying to get another one. PRB does get a frag in on Conti as well. They get this bomb planted. They will get it planted in the uncovered site as an HE comes over the top of the wall. There was a flash coming in there as well. Here come the flashes as well. And CT's now finding themselves all over the place inside that bomb site. 2 of them have dropped down. mYm have got 2 players behind the box, and that's not good, because if they then open up, they could end up taking each other down. The shots are flying out. PRB has claimed 1. Zion with another one. Big frags from them, and Lurpis now is going to go flying down with a headshot from PRB. And mYm, you know what? These are unconventional tactics, but they are paying dividends for them right now.
Yeah, mYm certainly not following the got frag playbook, if you will. They're just going at all guns blazing in this one, and they're picking up rounds that you certainly wouldn't expect them to. In that situation, it looked very difficult for them, a 3-3 split, and they allowed their opposition to get great entry into that bomb site. However, as they pick up the opening frags, 1, 2, 3, very nicely done. PRB nasty one is up, Zion goes down, but Real will finish off the round, and that'll be that for mYm. 8-1, hooray on an eco save, and they just charged in, and the charge of the Light Brigade didn't last too long. 8-1, mYm really looking good, and they may take this one very quickly.
Yeah, well, you know what? We said this in map 1. It was the other way around. hoorai led by 8-1 in the first half, and first half of the map 1. And we all know what happened in that particular one. mYm made a storming comeback before finally going down. So, you know, this game isn't over yet. I mean, when they switch sides, the advantage changes as well. And the dynamics of this particular map on Inferno will come to play as we switch over halves. We're about 6 rounds away from that happening just yet, so 6 more rounds of potential pain for hoorai, as mYm have made some fantastic and very, very different strats here on Inferno. Real just checking past the ladder, looking down past the drain pipes down the banana walkway. Hasn't spied anyone just yet. Some precautionary shots fired off from the AK-47 past that box and through it as well, just to make sure there's no one behind. They're trying to flush out the counter-terrorists that might well be defending that banana walkway. No one there so far. The HEs go in, followed by some AK spam as well, back towards the smoke in the archway. They haven't really made a push yet, and I'm just looking at the splits as well. There's kind of 2 up the middle, 1 on the far side trying to cause perhaps some disturbance on the carpeted walkway, but he's now going to join his teammates in the middle area. Real and Zion, meanwhile, have made that push, and they're pushing in towards the uncovered site. The bomb man might well be joining them along that banana walkway right now. Juvenile is coming back towards them. Real's given the call. He says, go uncovered, go uncovered. And they are going to try and make their way in. Still haven't pushed, though. 33 seconds remaining in this round, and the push has to come soon. Otherwise, we're going to run out of time as Tompa comes flying in with a famous kill on Juvenile. Headshot in from him. Zion will go storming into the bomb site, though, and get rid of that irritation that is Tompa with that famous gun. Conti in with another kill. Hoops comes back with another reply. Ruin in with another one for the famous. Oh, Ruin might get another one. No, Real replies with the AK. Didn't lose a single point of health. Completely inaccurate. And Zion in on Nasu now. We've got 1 man remaining with the famous. Going to exchange that one from an M4. Good stuff from him. Lurpis making his way around the side. He's got the 1. Can he find the second one and get that bomb done? Zion, though, waiting on the side. And that'll be game, set, and match in that particular round for mYm. Another great round from them. And again, a real mix-up of strats, Toss. And 9-1, you can't argue with that scoreline.
No, you can't. I'll tell you how exciting this game is. The Team Estonia guys have come back. They just can't leave this game alone. They're gripped to this one, and I'll tell you what, after hoorai picked up that first map, they looked good. Suddenly we turned it around. mYm 9-1 up in their second map, and we've played 10 rounds, and you know what, with 5 to go, if mYm could go in at the half, needing just a pistol round in conversion, Conte is, they're all on a save. Well, yeah, if mYm could go in at the half, knowing a pistol round and conversion could take them the match, and they'll be brimming with confidence. And, well, hoorai have been dismantled on their second map. And I'll tell you what, I don't see mYm dropping this momentum because they've got so much money.
Yeah, well, it is a bit of a cash game right now. I mean, you know, hoorai have had about 3 save rounds in this last sort of 7 rounds, so that's played a big part in the scoreline. But you know what? Even when they've bought, they haven't looked that clever, to be honest. mYm mixing up those strats really well. And even though they probably know, they have a good feeling for it that hoorai will be on a save round this run, and they're still not pushing. 50 seconds remaining. We've had 55 seconds gone in this round. They still haven't pushed forward. Now the push might come. They've got all 5 men over on that far side. 1 in the carpeted hallway. 4 pushing up through the middle. Rio's going to lead that attack. 1 man just in front of him actually has that satchel charge on the back of his back, and he's going to boost him back up onto the box. Check to the right-hand side. There might be one down in the pit. Meanwhile, Conti has managed to grab himself 1 frag with the USP. Juvenile in with 1 frag as well. So the 4v4. And the HE goes in towards that office. Real checking it out back towards the library. Bomb has been planted at the covered site. So mYm with all the pressure on. And Conti now has managed to pick himself up an AK as well. And they're all hiding away right now. They don't want to come and play. This is a nasty game. And I've got a feeling they might just try and save those USPs. They're worth saving, aren't they, Tospot?
They're worth as much as my socks, and Lopez is going to make his way forward. He doesn't want to keep his socks, and Real will drop him down, and that'll be that. Ruit is going to make his move forward. Oh, headshot onto BRB. Very nicely done. He's going to back himself away as that bomb ticks, and Real will claim the frag on Nass, who was trying to escape with a weapon. I think Real may have gone down to the bomb explosion. But I'll tell you what, Red, what I'm thinking that Team 9 mYm team are doing is that they're just slowing the pace of the game down because hoorai are having to save so much, and you don't know quite when they're on a save. I mean, you lose 10 straight rounds. They don't know exactly when they force them onto a save. They're waiting to see if hoorai rush them, because a team that is losing so many rounds has nothing to lose by a rush round, and that's exactly what they're doing now, and this is where it's going to pay off. This is where it may well pay off to be slow, because hoorai, in fact, on a buy round, have funneled all the way down the middle. Zion's going to pick himself up a frag on Ruit. Lopez is going to run for his life after the bullets hit the box in front of him, and he'll drop back. Nasu comes up with 1, 2 big frags. Hoop and Juvenile have gone down. Nasu flanking on the right-hand side. Team Norway are going to make their way up the left-hand side with BRB and Real and Zion going up that banana walkway. hoorai are going to try and flank them with Nasu, who's going the long way about it. He's taking the scenic route, let's just say, as BRB will make his entry towards that bomb site. Man, they have to deal with it. Tompa, and soon Conte from the right-hand side. Conte to open up as he makes his way in. Tompa's going to find 1. He gets Zion, and now Conte to make his entry in with the weapon that he saved from that last map. Nasu's going to flank them, and mYm are in trouble. BRB will go down, and hoorai, this is why mYm was so dangerous, was so quick to slow the game down, because of mYm's attacking down the middle, which has become more frequent. We see Fnatic doing it a lot, in fact, and that's why they've slowed their attack down. And however, this time it did not work for them.
Didn't work at all that time round. Good stuff from hoorai. They pushed down that middle, and it worked out for them well. mYm, I think they kind of expected that one, but there's nothing they could have done about it. They were just ready to go. But they have plenty of cash in the bank right now. I mean, they've taken out savings plans and all sorts down there. They've got good financial advisors, and that means they can buy this round. They can probably buy next round as well, as PIB make their way forward down that banana walkway. They've just got Oops is the last man behind them, who's trying to cause a bit of distraction up the middle. He's now going to make his way forward and join them on that banana walkway, just checking behind them for anyone trying to flank them. Real comes up with the first kill of the round. He's down Conti. They'll bring out the call, but they haven't made the push just yet. Now the push comes. Norway, mYm pushing forward in towards this uncovered site. This would be 11-2 if they can claim this round. It's a big round for them. Zion with 1, PRB with another one. Headshot in comes in for the AK-47 on Ruit, and Lerp is now waiting inside that bomb. Wow, he's decided to back away, and yet that bomb has gone down. Pretty sure it went down at the uncovered site as Juvenile now pushes back. Yes, it has gone down, and mYm are going to win this round absolutely, because hoorai decide that they don't want to play this game. Lerp is going to make his way forward and back into the house, hide himself away, and do his best impression of Houdini.
Team Estonia have called for reinforcements right now as it's getting too hot to handle in this game, and they brought the 4th player on. All they need is the 5th and the manager, and they'll be too hot to handle, and as they may try and siege the building, but we'll see. hoorai down by a long, long way at the moment. Lopez may actually find himself Zion, and he will do right at the end of that and get himself an exit frag. The score sits at 11-2. We're in the last round. No, we're not. We're in the penultimate round of the half. And if mYm can take just one, can take these rounds, then they can go into the situation where the pistol round will be all they need to go all the way on. And I'll tell you what, that's got to be scary.
Yeah, I think hoorai will have that in the back of their mind in this round as well. They want to try and take this one, but I don't know if they're going to be able to buy this round. I mean, the money situation for them has been absolutely terrible all the way through this game, mainly from they've got themselves to blame. I mean, they just haven't won any rounds. I see one man with a Famis in hand, so they've definitely not been able to fall by. A couple of M4s distributed between them as well, so there's another M4, but unfortunately for them, it's in the hands of one of the Norwegians, and mYm now have the advantage pushing forward. Again, we're not going to see the fast rush from them. They're just going to play this one cagey and try and make out perhaps a few different strats in here. We've got one man, two men on the banana walkway, two up the middle, Oops on the right hand side as well. So we've got a 2-2-1 split if you want. And now going to make that rotation now. Going to come back from the middle walkway as Zion comes in with the first kill of the round. He's managed to headshot Lurpis, and that might just alert them to the fact that they're going to make a push in towards that covered site. Four men up that walkway. Juvenile though with the bomb, very unusual, looking down the banana walkway. I thought maybe he was going to go it alone there. That would have been Rambo style, and that's not going to work out very well for him at all. One man coming in through the carpeted walkway. They are going to push in towards this covered site. Nasu again down in that sandpit is causing all sorts of problems, and down's real, but Juvenile was warm to it. He knew where that man was. PRB with another shot in on Tompa. They have the advantage men-wise. They have the advantage with the fact that the bomb is planted, and Oops flushes out the final man of the round, and mYm are heading for victory here on map 2, and we aren't even in the second half here.
No prizes for guessing who picked this map. mYm sit 12 rounds to 2 up, knowing that they need one more in this half and they can just take the pistol. And well, hooray, they've bought everything they can, and that includes a deagle, a ham sandwich, and a sock. And that is about all they could afford in this game, because in the last round of the half, hooray are in trouble. They've deagle pushed all the way down the banana walkway, and now going to just dodge out a grenade that's been launched their way from Zion. mYm have slowed this one down, and rightly so, because hooray have become very, very offensive. Endangered animals are very wild and dangerous, let's just say, as Tompa is going to pick himself up a frag before going down. Real's going to level things up, but the flank may come in from Nasu again, as hooray will charge on in towards this uncovered bomb site. Right now, it's going to be Zion that'll charge on in. Conte will watch his 6, but he can't do anything about it. Real's going to watch the mYm 6, but he's going to go down. Nasu picked up the AK and is going to make his way up the back before going down to Oops. Bomb goes down. It's all on Conte and Lurpis as we scan around for them. Lurpis with a Famis. He's going to get an HE in his face. He's going to see this dead body, his teammate, die, and it's about time for you to die. And he does. And mYm will go in at the half, 13-2. And if they lose this, I will eat my pants. That's your cue, Hogan.
World Cyber Games Grand Finals from Monza in Italy. It's map 2 between mYm and hoorai. Finland versus Norway. The second half about to get underway here on Inferno. And we have an incredible scoreline from mYm. They've managed to, well, crop dust them. 13-2 in the first half. It's all one-way traffic from the mYm Masters as they come forward into this second half. Opening pistol round is going to be massive for hoorai. They've got to try and win this one if they're going to have any hope of getting back into this game. They've started well. They have a man advantage here at 4v3. Conti with a couple of frags early in the round. Juvenile making his way back towards the uncovered site. Reckons that maybe they are going to push along the banana walkway, and that's exactly what he spied. 10 health only. Grenade goes flying around the corner. Oops in with a kill. PRB in with another one. Switches it back up for mYm. They have the advantage. Juvenile in as well. And Conti with just 21 HP. He's going to make his way round towards the bomb, but Juvenile is going to cut him off at the pass with a brilliant shot in. And that is mYm 14-2 lead. The winner of the pistol round. And surely, Toss, that is game over for map 2.
Yeah, hoorai might as well play the rest of this game naked because they're getting nothing out of this one. They have a gun disadvantage. We're going to go to a penultimate round situation here as hoorai will charge on up against a fully locked and loaded. They have bought deagles, and the reason being because they're just trying to salvage something out of this. They want a round. They want a miracle. They need a hero, and as they push forward straight up the middle, wasting no time, the bomb is moving with Conte. Nasu picks up a headshot onto Juvenile as he's watching the middle as Ruin is going to pick himself up a frag. Real is covering the covering the spawn. They're going to lose PRB. PRB is going to pick up the frag on Nasu. Bomb goes down, and there's a Famis shot comes in. Lurpis picks up PRB. Oops from mYm levels things back up. The bomb is down. Conte is watching it with all his must as Oops comes through. Now 3-on-3 for the bomb. It's going to be Conte just defend it with his life. You hear it tick away in the background. Oops is going to make his way slowly forward. Still stuck down in the second sandpit. He's got company though. Drill and Tompa are exchanging frags as now we have Oops making his way in. Someone's going to have to make a move on that bomb. It's going to be Oops that goes for it as he has cover with the famous power of Zion. Ruin and Tompa both down, and the bomb has been defused. mYm take us to 15, and this may well be the last round of this map.
Yep, map point, not match point, but map point, because this one would tie it up at 1 map each, and we would head to a third and final round, a third and final map in this particular World Cyber Games quarter-final for Counter-Strike 1.6. Let's see whether mYm can clean this one up nicely. That hoorai checking through. That I can't see as they've been able to buy an awful lot. There's a Deagle in there. They did get the bomb plant, though, so, you know, they might get a couple of things. There is a Galil out there for one of the hoorai players as well. Nasu has a Galil. And, well, mYm, I think, pretty fully loaded right now. They just have to defend this one. Sit back, wait. Oh, that's a terrible HG through there. 43 points. Out just robbed off him, and PRB will get a free kill. That was Christmas for him right there. And mYm find themselves with a man advantage. Connie will equalise it back up. Juvenile back in with the M4. Nasu goes down. PRB with another one with the Famis, and Tomba with the Galil flying around the corner will claim the life of PRB. And Juvenile right now playing Sandpit in the second Sandpit across from that covered site will just defend. Tomba trying to make his way in there. He's already claimed one with that Galil. Famously powerful. 2 more men remaining. Tomba and Conti. Just those two. If those two are gone, that's it. Game over in terms of this map, and mYm will take it to a third. It's 14-2, 15-2 map point, and so far, so good for hoorai in this particular round. They've got to try and get this bomb planted in the next 40 seconds. In fact, Conti has made his way towards that site, hasn't decided to plant just yet. Finally does come in with a shot, and a brilliant shot from Juvenile from the sandpit, and that'll be GG all over the place, and mYm claim a fantastic victory on Inferno. It's a rout here. It's 16-2.